Hello everyone, I am Maria, facilitator at Rahan School Online Academy. I am here with another live session with vapi. As you know, we are doing our live session on daily basis on different topics. In this way, we explore and learn different new things together. Our audience also learn from this live session, and in this way, we improve our communication skills. So, without wasting time, let's continue our conversation. Hello, vapi, can you hear me?
Welcome to Vapi. I'm an assistant that you can talk to like a person. So, how's your day going?
My day is going good. We are doing another live session at this time, and today our topic is
That's
a gateway
awesome.
to history of KPK Pakistan. So my first question is, what is historical significance of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa KPK in Pakistan?
Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, formerly known as the Northwest Frontier Province, has a rich historical significance in Pakistan. It's home to the ancient Gandhara civilization, which dates back to the 6th century BCE. The region has been a crossroads for various ancient empires and has a deep cultural heritage. It's definitely a gateway to history in Pakistan.
How did KPK get its current name? What was it previously known as?
Khyber Pakhtunkhwa got its current name in 2010 when it was renamed from the Northwest Frontier Province. The previous name was a legacy from the British colonial era. The new name reflects the predominant ethnic groups in the region.
What are
So,
what
what?
are key cultural influences that
Oops.
have shaped KPK over centuries?
The Khyber Pakhtunkhwa region has been influenced by various cultural and historical factors over the centuries. The area has been a melting pot of various civilizations and empires, including the Gandhara civilization, Persian influence, and the arrival of Islam. The region's diverse heritage includes Pashtun traditions, music, dance, and poetry, which have all contributed to shaping the unique cultural identity of KPKK.
Can you describe geographical location and significance of KPK?
Khyber Pakhtunkhwa is located in the northwestern region of Pakistan, sharing its borders with Afghanistan to the west, Gilgit-Baltistan to the north, Azad Jammu and Kashmir to the east, and Punjab to the southeast. The region's geographical significance lies in its proximity to the historic Khyber Pass, which has been a crucial route for trade and invasions throughout history. Additionally, its diverse terrain includes mountains, valleys, and rivers, making it a region of significant natural beauty and resources.
How has strategic location of KPK influenced its history?
The strategic location of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa has played a significant role in shaping its history. The region has historically been a crossroads for various civilizations, making it a melting pot of cultures and traditions. The Khyber Pass, a mountain pass connecting the region to Afghanistan, has been a vital trade and invasion route throughout history, influencing the region's interactions with neighboring empires and cultures. This strategic position has made Khyber Pakhtunkhwa a key player in the historical and geopolitical landscape of South Asia.
What role did KPK play during British colonial period in India?
During the British colonial period in India, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, then known as the Northwest Frontier Province, played a crucial role in the British Empire's efforts to secure and govern their Indian territories. The region was a frontier area that required significant attention due to its proximity to the Afghan border and the historic Khyber Pass. It was also a center for military and administrative activities, as well as being a hub for trade and transportation. The British established a system of governance and infrastructure in the region, which has had a lasting impact on its development and history.
How did partition of India in 1947 impact KPK?
The partition of India in 1947 had a significant impact on Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. The region became part of the newly formed country of Pakistan, leading to demographic changes and the mass migration of people across the newly drawn borders. This event also led to social and political unrest, as well as the reconfiguration of administrative and governance structures in the region. Overall, the partition had a profound and lasting impact on the cultural, social, and political landscape of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa.
What are some of oldest cities or towns in KPK? What are their historical backgrounds?
Some of the oldest cities and towns in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa include Peshawar, which is one of the oldest continuously inhabited cities in South Asia, with a history dating back to at least 539 BCE. Another significant city is Taxila, which was an important center of ancient Gandhara civilization and a major hub of Buddhist learning and culture. These towns and cities have rich historical backgrounds, with influences from various ancient civilizations, including the Achaemenid Empire, the Mauryan Empire, and the Kushan Empire. Their historical significance lies in their roles as centers of trade, culture, and learning in ancient times.
How has KPK contributed to broader history of Pakistan?
Khyber Pakhtunkhwa has made significant contributions to the broader history of Pakistan. The region's rich cultural heritage, historical significance, and strategic location have all played vital roles in shaping the identity and development of the country. The region's diverse cultural traditions, its role as a historical crossroads, and its natural resources have all contributed to Pakistan's historical narrative. Additionally, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa has been home to various influential political and cultural figures who have left lasting legacies in the broader history of Pakistan.
What are major archaeological sites in KPK?
Some of the major archaeological sites in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa include 1. Taxila, an ancient city and UNESCO World Heritage Site known for its well-preserved ruins from the Gandhara period. 2. Takht-i-Bahi, a Buddhist monastery complex dating back to the 1st century CE, also a UNESCO World Heritage Site. 3. Sharseta, known for the ancient city of Pushkalavati, which was a significant center of the Gandhara civilization. 4. Hund, an archaeological site with remains from the Gandhara period, including Buddhist stupas and monasteries. These sites offer valuable insights into the region's rich historical and cultural heritage.
What was role of Gandhara civilization in KPK history?
Gandhara civilization, which thrived in the region that is now Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, was a major center of Buddhist culture, art, and learning. The region was home to a flourishing Buddhist civilization with iconic sites such as Taxila, Takht-i-Bahi, and Pushkalavati. The Gandhara civilization's art and architecture, characterized by its distinct blending of Hellenistic and South Asian styles, have had a lasting impact on the region's cultural heritage. The role of the Gandhara civilization in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa's history is significant, as it represents a period of cultural and intellectual achievement that continues to be celebrated and studied to this day.
How did Buddhism influence region of KPK?
Buddhism had a profound influence on the region of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. The area was a major center of Buddhist culture and learning, and it was home to iconic sites such as Taxila and Takht-i-Bahi, which were important centers for Buddhist art, philosophy, and education. The region's art, architecture, and literature were all shaped by Buddhist influences, and the remnants of Buddhist stupas, monasteries, and sculptures are a testament to the enduring impact of Buddhism on the region.
What
Buddhism also
remarks
played a significant role in.
what remarks
I'm
of
sorry, I didn't.
Buddhist era can still be found in KPK?
The remnants of the Buddhist era can still be found throughout Khyber Pakhtunkhwa in the form of ancient stupas, monasteries, sculptures, and other archaeological artifacts. Sites such as Taxila, Takht-i-Bahi, and Pushkalavati contain well-preserved relics from the Buddhist era, including intricately carved statues, stupas, and monastic complexes. These remnants serve as a tangible link to the region's rich Buddhist heritage and continue to attract scholars, historians, and tourists from around the world.
How did arrival of Islam change cultural and social landscape of KPK?
The arrival of Islam had a profound impact on the cultural and social landscape of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. It brought about significant changes in religious practices, governance, and the arts. The region became a center for Islamic learning and scholarship, leading to the establishment of prominent centers of education and culture. The introduction of Islamic architecture, literature, and traditions also left a lasting imprint on the region's cultural identity. The integration of Islamic beliefs and practices with pre-existing cultural norms contributed to the rich and diverse tapestry of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa's cultural heritage.
Who were major rulers and dynasties in KPK during medieval period?
During the medieval period, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa was ruled by various dynasties and rulers, including the Ghaznavids, the Ghurids, the Delhi Sultanate, the Mughals, and the Durrani Empire. These rulers and dynasties left a significant impact on the region's history, architecture, and governance, each contributing to the cultural and political landscape of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa in their own unique way.
How did Pashtun tribe shape history of KPK?
The Pashtun tribe, also known as the Pathans, have played a significant role in shaping the history and culture of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. The Pashtuns have a rich and storied tradition of tribal governance, military prowess, and cultural heritage, which has had a profound impact on the social and political landscape of the region. The Pashtunwali Code of Conduct, which includes principles of hospitality, honor, and revenge, has been a defining
What was significance of Durrani Empire in KPK history?
to like a person. So, how's your day going?
As you know, we are doing a live session on Gateway to History of KPK Pakistan. So my question is, what was significance of Durrani Empire in KPK history?
Ah, the Durrani Empire, a real blast from the past. So, the Durrani Empire, also known as the Afghan Empire, was quite the big deal in the history of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, KPK, Pakistan. It was founded by Ahmad Shah Durrani in the 18th century and became a major political and military power in the region. The empire played a significant role in shaping the history and culture of KPK, leaving a lasting impact on the region. From military campaigns to administrative reforms, the Durrani Empire definitely made its mark. It's like they say, when
How,
the Durrani Empire talks, KPK listens.
how did Mughal Empire impact region of KPK?
The Mughal Empire, huh? Huh? Well, the Mughals were like the rock stars of their time, and their impact on the region of KPK, Pakistan, was no different. They brought their A game in terms of architecture, art, and culture, leaving a lasting impression on the region. The Mughals built some stunning forts, gardens, and monuments in KPK, and their influence can still be seen in the region's architecture and traditions today. They
What
were like
were,
the trendsetters of their time.
what were key events in KPK during British colonial rule?
Ah, the British colonial rule. Quite the roller coaster ride for KPK, Pakistan. During this time, there were several key events that shaped the region's history. One of the major events was the Anglo Afghan Wars, which had a significant impact on KPK. There were also various uprisings and movements against British rule as the people of KPK fought for their independence. It was a time of resistance, resilience, and, well, let's just say a lot of drama.
How did British manage relations with tribal areas in KPK?
The British had quite the unique approach when it came to managing relations with the tribal areas in KPK. Instead of directly ruling these areas, they opted for a system of indirect rule, allowing the tribal leaders to maintain a degree of autonomy. This approach was known as the Frontier Crimes Regulations, and it allowed the tribal areas to have their own legal and administrative systems. It was a bit like a delicate dance, with the British trying to balance their authority with the traditional tribal structures. Quite the interesting dynamic, if you ask me.
What was impact of Anglo-Afghan wars on KPK?
Hmm, I'm not quite sure about Angelo of Hanbauer's. It seems like there might be a little mix up there. Did you mean someone else or another event or figure in KPK history?
Afghan and Anglo war on KPK. What was impact of this war?
The Anglo Afghan Wars definitely left a lasting impact on KPK. These wars were intense and had a significant effect on the region. They resulted in political instability, economic hardships, and loss of life. The wars also led to changes in the borders and power dynamics of the region, which continue to shape KPK's history and present day circumstances. It was a turbulent time, to say the least.
How did residents of KPK respond to British colonization?
The residents of KPK had a mixed response to British colonization. While some collaborated with the British, others fiercely resisted their rule. There were several uprisings and movements against British colonization as the people of KPK fought for their independence and autonomy. It was a time of complex and varied responses, with different groups and individuals reacting to the British presence in their own ways.
What was role of Khodai Khidmatgar movement in KPK?
The Kudai Khidmatgar movement, also known as the Servants of God movement, was a non-violent resistance movement in KPK, led by the Pashtun leader, Abdul Ghaffar Khan, also known as Bacha Khan. The movement aimed to promote social reform, justice, and freedom from British rule. The Kudai Khidmatgars played a significant role in the struggle for independence, advocating for non-violent resistance and social justice. They were like the peace warriors of KPK, fighting for a better future through peaceful means.
How did KPK contribute to struggle for Pakistan independence?
A PK made significant contributions to the struggle for Pakistan's independence. The region played a key role in the independence movement, with many leaders and activists from KPK actively participating in the struggle. The people of KPK organized movements, protests, and demonstrations, and made significant sacrifices in the fight for independence. Their efforts and contributions were crucial in shaping the course of history and ultimately leading to the creation of Pakistan as an independent nation.
How has
It was a true
KPK
team effort.
How has KPK evolved
It seems
politically
like
since 1947?
Since 1947, KPK has undergone significant political evolution. The region has experienced changes in governance, administration, and political dynamics. From the early years of independence to the present day, KPK has seen shifts in political parties, governance structures, and the empowerment of local communities. The region has also faced challenges such as political instability, militancy, and efforts to strengthen democratic institutions. It's been quite the journey for KPK in the political arena.
How has influx of Afghan refugees affected KPK's social and political landscape?
The influx of Afghan refugees has had a profound impact on KPK's social and political landscape. The region has shouldered a significant burden in hosting and accommodating millions of Afghan refugees over the years. This has led to demographic changes, economic challenges, and social dynamics within KPK. The presence of Afghan refugees has also influenced the region's cultural fabric and created both opportunities and tensions within the local communities. It's been a complex and multifaceted impact on KPK's social and political landscape.
What are key cultural traditions unique to KPK?
APK is known for its rich and diverse cultural traditions that contribute to the region's identity. From vibrant music and dance forms to intricate handicrafts and traditional attire, KPK's cultural traditions reflect the heritage of its various ethnic communities. The region also has a strong tradition of hospitality, with a focus on communal gatherings and festive celebrations. Additionally, the Pashtun Code of Ethics, known as Pashtunwali, plays a significant role in shaping social norms and values in
How
KPKs.
has traditional
These
Pashto
cultural
language influenced KPK culture?
The Pashto language has had a profound influence on KPK's culture. It serves as a key marker of identity and a medium for preserving and transmitting cultural heritage. Pashto is not just a means of communication, but also a repository of poetry, folklore, and oral traditions that are integral to KPK's cultural fabric. The language has shaped art, music, and literature in the region, and plays a central role in fostering a sense of community and shared heritage. It's like the heartbeat of KPK's culture, pulsing through every aspect of life in the region.
What are major festivals celebrated in KPK? What are their historical
APK,
origins?
APK is home to a number of vibrant festivals that are celebrated with great enthusiasm. One of the most prominent festivals is the Jashan-e-Baharan, or the Spring Festival, which marks the arrival of spring and is a time for feasting, music, and traditional dances. Another important festival is Eid ul-Fitr, which celebrates the end of Ramadan and is a time for communal prayers and sharing meals with family and friends. Additionally, the Kalash Spring Festival, also known as Chilam Joshib, is celebrated by the Kalash community with rituals and dancing to welcome the arrival of spring. These festivals have historical origins rooted in the region's cultural and religious traditions, and they serve as occasions for communities to come together, express their cultural identity, and celebrate the changing seasons and religious observances.
What are most important historical monuments in KPK?
APK is home to several important historical monuments that reflect the region's rich heritage. The Buddhist ruins of Takht, Ibahi, and the city of Sirkap are UNESCO World Heritage Sites, showcasing the ancient Buddhist heritage of the region. The Peshawar Museum is home to a remarkable collection of Gondara art, including sculptures and artifacts from the Gondara civilization. The Bala Hisar Fort in Peshawar and the historic Kila Bala Hisar in Charsada are also significant historical landmarks, reflecting the region's military and architectural history. These monuments bear witness to the diverse historical influences that have shaped KPK's cultural landscape.
How has construction of forts and mosques in KPK reflected its historical significance?
The construction of forts and mosques in KPK reflects the region's historical significance and architectural heritage. Forts such as the Bala Hisar Fort in Peshawar and the Kila Bala Hisar in Charsada serve as tangible reminders of the region's military history and strategic importance. These structures have played pivotal roles in various historical events and have been witness to the ebb and flow of power throughout the centuries. Similarly, the construction of mosques in KPK, such as the Mahabat Khan Mosque in Peshawar and the Kafir Khat Mosque, showcases the region's rich Islamic architectural tradition. These mosques
How have people of KPK shown resilience in face of conflict?
Welcome to VAPI. I'm an assistant
As
that
you
you can
know,
talk
we
to
are
like a
doing
person.
our live session.
So, how's your day going?
As you know, we are doing our live
Awesome.
session on Gateway to History of KPK Pakistan. So my question is, how have people of KPK shown resilience in face of conflict?
The people of KPK have shown remarkable resilience in the face of conflict. Despite the challenges they have faced, they have continued to rebuild and support each other, demonstrating incredible strength and determination. It's truly inspiring to see how they have persevered through difficult times.
How has Khyber Pass served as a gateway to history of KPK?
The rich and diverse history of KPK is deeply intertwined with the ancient trade routes that passed through the region, such as the famous Silk Road. These trade routes connected KPK to the rest of Asia and beyond, facilitating the exchange of goods, ideas, and cultures. As a result, the region has been shaped by the influence of various civilizations and has a fascinating historical legacy.
What role do museums in KPK play in showcasing its history?
I'm not entirely sure what you're referring to. Maybe you meant to ask about a specific museum or historical site in KPK. If you can provide more details, I'd be happy to
How
help you
can
out.
how can youth of KPK contribute to preserving their historical heritage?
The youth of KPK can contribute to preserving their historical heritage by actively engaging in cultural and historical activities. They can participate in local preservation efforts, document oral histories, and promote traditional art and craft forms. Additionally, they can use technology and social media to raise awareness about the region's history and heritage. By taking an active interest in their cultural roots, the youth of KPK can play a crucial role in preserving their historical heritage for future generations.
How can tourism be developed in KPK to highlight its historical significance?
Tourism in KPK can be developed to highlight its historical significance by promoting historical sites, organizing cultural festivals, and offering guided tours that showcase the rich heritage of the region. Additionally, investment in infrastructure and hospitality services can make it easier for tourists to visit historical landmarks and learn about the region's history. By highlighting its historical significance, KPK can attract visitors who are interested in exploring its unique heritage.
What are current challenges in preserving history of KPK?
The preservation of KPK's history faces challenges such as the lack of resources for conservation and maintenance of historical sites. Additionally, rapid urbanization and development can threaten the integrity of these sites. Furthermore, the ongoing conflict in the region has also posed challenges to the preservation of historical artifacts and records. It's important to address these challenges in order to safeguard the rich history of KPK for future generations.
What are some modern initiatives to promote rich history of KPK?
Modern initiatives to promote the rich history of KPK include the development of digital archives and virtual tours of historical sites. Additionally, Educational programs and cultural exchange initiatives can raise awareness about the region's heritage. Furthermore, the establishment of museums and cultural centers can provide platforms for showcasing the history and traditions of. So, in conclusion, there are several modern initiatives aimed at promoting the rich history of KPKK.
Thank you so much for giving us wonderful information about KPK history. Time of our live session has
You're welcome.
time of our live session has ended. See you soon in another live session with another amazing topic. Goodbye.
Goodbye. See you next time.